So here you are, scrolling through YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, looking for your next workout routine. But I feel like you're running into the same issues that some people out there, including myself, have run into along the way. And those issues are, you don't have the equipment that some of those videos have. Also, some are just a little bit too hard, or maybe they're too easy for you. They're not up to your fitness levels. And then others are just too long. Some of us don't have the time to take to put into those fitness routines. Well, during this video, I am going to show you one compound movement, meaning it involves a string of different exercises, that is a full body workout, and it solves all those issues. You can take as much time as you need. You don't need any equipment, but you can always add equipment. And then also, it can be molded to every fitness level out there. So without further ado, let's jump on into it and get to the movement that I like to call the one for all. Okay, so in this movement, the one for all, we are going to be starting in a push-up position where all of our joints are stacked to ensure the most stability. So that means from bottom to top, joints are stacked, wrists below elbows and elbows below shoulders. That's just to ensure the best proper form and mechanic that we can get. Now with hand placement, hands are gonna be placed slightly outside of shoulder width, as you can see, and we're gonna try to slightly turn our elbows in and keep everything tight and compact. Now with this movement as well, when we are lowering down to the ground, notice how our elbows aren't flaring out or staying too tight to our sides. And at the bottom position, it'll look like from our elbows to our head, an arrow tip. That's what you want for perfect position, an arrow tip position down in the bottom. So going along with that, now we're gonna start the movement. So I am going to start this, everything falling at the same time, shoulders, hips, knees, everything falling, and I'm resisting this movement as much as I can until my chest touches the ground. Now when my chest reaches the ground, that brings us to the next string of movements, and it is a variation of a Superman. Now this Superman, we are going to point our toes directly down at the ground, and our legs are gonna stiffen up, tighten everything, elbows off the ground, hands off the ground, and we're going to try to raise our chest off as high as we can get it. Now, if you can't get it too high, as high as me, that is okay. You just want to make sure that your elbows and your ankles are off the ground at the same time. So that was it from the side. Now we're going to show you from the front what it's going to look like. So right from the push-up position, we're going to raise, and now we are going to extend our hands out and bring them in and squeeze our elbows tight to our sides. So that is what it's going to look like. Out, in, squeeze. So you're working all of the back and your sides. And for a third time, out, back in, squeeze. And now you're going to relax, return to the bottom of your push-up position, that arrow position you'll see, and go up to the top. Lastly, you are going to do slow mountain climbers. You've probably seen these before, just really simple. 4 of them, and then you're gonna go quick 8 times. 6, 7, 8, and then you're gonna return to the slow 4 again. And that right there is the end of your movement. So that is, in simplicity, what the movement will look like. But now I'm gonna show you an easier version of the push-up if you cannot do a push-up on your hands and feet. Same thing, joints stacked. We just want to make sure we are being as stable as we can. Everything in one line, hips are going to be tucked forward, and we're going down, everything falling at the same time. Okay, so you're going to be doing a push-up from your knees if you need to. Again, same thing, perfect push-up position, elbows are turned in, everything falling at the same time. And when we get to the bottom, our elbows are making that beautiful arrow shape, as we like to see. Now going along with this, I'm going to show you an easier version of the lower portion. If you cannot get your chest as high, or can't even get your chest at all off the ground, you just want to make sure that your ankles and your elbows are lifted off the ground. So chest doesn't have to be as high. Moving on, I'm going to show you a way to increase difficulty of the extension. Maybe if you have household items or small weights can be included in this. I personally like these 2 household items that you could probably find or you have in your house as is. So for the extension portion, if you want to make it a bit harder, maybe choose some canned items. I got some black beans here, organic of course. So when you're down on the ground, when you get to that bottom push-up position, you're gonna grab your beans, that sounded weird, and you're gonna extend out and back in, tight again. And I technically prefer candles because they're a little bit heftier. So I'm up in my position, I extend out and back in, and that is how you will make the movement harder. Again, if you have little weights, you can make the movement a little more difficult. But now, in order to make the push-up a little bit more difficult, this is for you people who are looking to really get a burn on, you are going to increase the amount of time on your way down. So slow all the way down, everything falling at the same time. And then also on your way back up, you're gonna increase the time on your way back up. So pushing everything rising at the same time. See how I'm shaking, but everything is rising. Try to rise and fall maybe for 5 seconds a piece, and that's it. That's the movement in its simplicity, the hard version, the easy version, and whatnot. So that's it. You guys get a full body workout in one string of movements, one compound movement to take care of it all. If you guys liked the video or found it any way helpful, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell right next to it so you know when the next one goes live. And then also drop a comment down below so you can let me know what you might want to see in the future for movements or even along the lines of nutrition and lifestyle, as I will be making more videos along that, especially as we go into quarantine and people are wanting a lot more out of their, quarantined life. So again, I am a streamer as well. I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Links down in the description below. Feel free to come on into the chat, ask questions, get to know me, or get to know anything about why I know what I know. I would love to have you in there, guys. Welcome to the Just League. I can't wait to see you guys. And as always, have fun out there, stay safe, and just be yourself.